This is the restaurant of the CLC World Resort in Turkey. This is the salad, the selection of olives, the leaves. This is the call in Arab burger, but I don't know what's the call in English. Tubs of the honey, chocolate, syrup, the fruit, 3 kinds of yogurt, and the selection of cold meat, and there mozzarella cheese, meat, cold meat, different cheese, and there, and all the jam, cereal, and the bread, and all the hot foods in there. And the chef area here. If you want some omelette, it's in here. Hello, chef. The selection of bread. Juice, help yourself, selection in there. This is the Rachel and my wife's in there having breakfast. Now I'm going out of the outdoor of the restaurant. There is look, and this is the restaurant. Next to the restaurant is the swimming pool. There. Yep. And that is going to the sea. If you want to go to the sea, that is the side there. Unlock. This is the resort. What is? That's why you start get your own resort or own holidays timeshare, and this is your you can stay anywhere of the world for the CLC World Resort. Houses there. Expensive siguro mga house dyan sa Turkey, no? Yeah,
city gate,
Yeah, this
which
one
was
there, yeah.
built by Emperor Domitian. And before that, there is another remaining, which was built during the Byzantine era, because city got smaller and smaller step by step, and they changed the locations, position of the city once again. And here is the theater. You see that white building down there, the white statue down there. It
Yeah,
is
that is
yeah,
the man. That's the man.
Hades. That place is part of Temple of Apollon.
Yeah.
But they built, I mean, archaeologists put a Hades statue there because there is one pit which is believed as entrance of plutonium, entrance of afterlife, other world. It contains lots of carbon dioxide. If you get in during the winter days, during the cold times, in the morning, at night, when the carbon dioxide is lower, you can go a little bit further inside. But if you get inside when the weather is hot, as you know, carbon dioxide is heavier than the air.
Yeah.
But if it is hot, it will get bigger and bigger, so it will lose density and it will rise up. And if you keep smelling carbon dioxide, after some time you will lose your conscience, and then you may die. And they keep finding lots of dead birds around that pit. That's why, and also because of the noise of the underground waters, they said this must be entrance to afterlife, to plutonium. Yeah, it is just on the right hand side of that building, and the other building on the right hand side is a museum. Now both of them are under the construction. You see that blue pool?
Yeah.
Just on the right hand side of it, we have Cleopatra's pool.
Oh, it's in there.
So
Yeah.
we need to go there.
Yeah, we are going there soon. And just after the blue pit, you have another big building. It is our bath complex. Here are lots of bath complexes. It is just one of them, and it is also a museum right now.
The one I saw in the picture that, like a terrace, they are having a bathroom there.
Yeah, and that ones are just behind that big complex.
Ah, behind that.
Yeah, so in one row you have all of that things.
I see.
You see that white
Yeah.
area. So all of that white areas are part of that big geological formation. There is few places in the world which has the similar thing. For example, Yellowstone is one of them, but this one is probably the most popular one. All this archaeological area is under the UNESCO's World Heritage List. Also, that white area, white terraces are also in the World Heritage List, and it is one of the rarest place which has two different values to be in the World Heritage List. And this theater is very interesting building. It is 100% Roman construction. When you look at the orchestra, you see it is lowered. The orchestra pit is lowered because of probably because of wild animal fights and gladiator fights. As you know, in the second and third century, that kind of games became quite popular. Before that, during the Hellenistic era, we see more like drama, tragedy, comedy, etc. in the theaters. But after first century, it changed. And when you look at the Scala building, it is 99% original. Italians did that. They worked about 40 years just to collect the pieces. They try to find all the original pieces from all over the city, because you remember I mentioned about recycling.
Yeah.
So people were using the broken pieces of anything for fixing anything. So you could find one big marble piece of. Do you want to change?
Yeah, we can change it.
Then you need to go to. Oh. Đi đào xuống cái đường đó là phải. Or we can thấy người ta đi yêu, người ta lên đó.
Pang nagdala-dala tayo ng shorts. You can do shorts. You can buy shorts down there. There's a shop in there.
Yeah, you can buy shoes, short.
Shorts in there.
If you want, we can go to Cleopatra's Pool and change and then come back. And at the same time, you see Cleopatra's Pool and the sides here.
Yeah, they go water here, look.
They open the... See? They open the channel and just release the water on the cruise for like 1 week.
Oh, the water is...
So the local cruises, they get darker.
Mhm. Okay. Kasi nag... Okay. Kasi nagbe-video ako eh. Oo. The water dyan. Look like it's limestone. Parang siyang limestone, no?
Alam mo dati may tubig yan eh.
Hindi.
Natuyo na eh.
Oh yeah, limestone. It's a limestone. Yan yung ano ng limestone na dumadaan ng tubig na naninigas. Careful. Look how nice this area. Unforgettable. So, oh my god. And there is the pool in the bottom. There's the swimming pool there. Big one. Look. Ha? Saan? Okay. Nice one. They're releasing the water here. Look. That's nice. Ha? Ito yan eh. Sa pool, pumunta doon. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa iyo. Yung tubig na yan, pag natuyo nang namumuti. Yeah. Look. Oh, sige. Oh.
Ano mo mga tao doon? Nasa babayan, di ba?
Oo. Doon sila nagmula sa baba. Sa baba sila dumaan. Tayo nandito tayo sa taas kasi galing tayo sa ano eh.
Nagbaba sila doon, no?
Hindi, bumaba. Doon sila dumaan sa baba. You know. May... Kung allowed lang ang shoes, pupunta ako. Hindi. Yeah. It's nice, but they're not allowed to bring the shoes. That's why I don't want to go. Ay, naka-pictures nga. Naka-video pa eh.
Video ba?
Video at saka pictures.
Okay.
Ayan o. Dami.
Yeah, like a people also go. They come from
They start from the top, or sometimes they can come further down. You see there's a turnstile down there.
Yeah, there's another entrance there.
Another entrance. We don't prefer it because walking up is not very
Yeah.
pleasant.
Besides, you're only walking with the bare foot, so that's the right thing.
Right, I'm glad we found the water. So this week, or maybe this 5 days, 3 days, 10 days, they will decide. They will give water here. Then they will give water to another section. You will come here and there won't be any water. So
Yeah, that one also. Look.
water will be
Nice, oh look, it looks like very clean, no?
Yeah, it is clean.
just like
Hello, good morning. This is the view of early in the morning in Akbok at Turkey. The time is around 9 o'clock in the morning. Look, the view in the seaside. Nice. Ayan si Dunya Susan is walking around. And my daughter is a little bit grumpy because they don't like to come out in the early in the morning. Going to travel to Virgin Mary house. This is the way. Lots of olive tree there, the olives farm. Olives farm was right there. inside the old cotton farm.
But the original gate of Ephesus starts from the bottom side, number 3. It is called the gate of Magnesia.
Gate
of Magnesia.
Like magnesium.
Yeah. The city which we are going to visit now is known as the third location of Ephesus, which means the city of Ephesus church is location for 4 different times during the history. Why? The first reason was war, second reason was malaria, and third reason was earthquakes. And if it is third, where was the first time? I think you have already seen the place where is the castle located.
Yeah.
That place was the first location of Ephesus. And after here, it was the last location of Ephesus. And the place where was the temple of Artemis located, the temple which was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, was the second location of Ephesus. They left first Ephesus because of war, second Ephesus because of malaria, and then left third Ephesus because of war, malaria, and earthquakes.
What's the board now?
So who lived here? First Greek, second Pergamon. Have you heard about Pergamon kingdom? It was the first kingdom in the world who invented papers from ships. That's why people are coming from different part of the world to buy, leather jackets up here. Soft, with good quality. Of course. Have you been to any kind of factories up here?
I just only been to Onyx and Sultan.
Onyx and Sultan. Did you get Sultan for yourself?
Of course.
That's it.
But I have some in my house,
The hotel.
in my hotel.
Perfect. And what else? It is believed that Pergamon king, but you will have chance to go kind of leather place, leather factory too, and at least you will love it.
You love it. These two, they love leather.
And what else? Hold on.
Just only them, but I don't like leather. Me, I like only jewelry. I want 5 Sultan my jewelry.
There are some in other places who, kind of sultanate, but different kind of stuff. So you may see also.
And also Onyx, I also.
Yeah, like a city.
They had a harbor, it became center for trade. They had a temple, it became center for religion. What was the population? 200,000, but without slaves. With slaves, 250,000 people were living here. And it became the capital of Asia Minor. We do know very well. During the 4th century after Christ, they had Ostrogoth and Visigoth attacks, and Rome divided in two, as the east and as the west. West Rome collapsed, East Rome continued in the name of Byzantine until 7th century after Christ. During the 7th and 8th century after Christ, they had repeated Arab raids. They had war between Arabs and Byzantine. So people hold it in the third location of Ephesus, abandoned their own city. Where they moved? They moved where they had started from. Where's the castle located and where's the Church of John located? So if you see the place where's the castle and Church of John located, remember first and last Ephesus. If you see Temple of Artemis located, second Ephesus. Now we are at the ends of the third one. We are going to visit typically Greek and Roman, but mostly with Roman architecture city. As Caesar Augustus said, when I came to Rome, ladies and gentlemen, everything with bricks. And I left Rome with marble. That's why when someone asks me, what is the meaning of Rome? I say marble. What's the meaning of marble? I say Rome. So we are going to visit one of the marble city with Roman architecture.
Roman architecture, marble.
And whenever you go to the ancient sites of Rome, at least you are going to see one of the Roman baths at the entrance of the city. You know why? You know why? Before people were entering to the city to be checked, if they had any problem with their skin, mouth, nose, ears, if they had any problems, they didn't let them go in. Yeah. And on the left side you see clay pipes. Those are all original. In those days, they got their own water from 43 kilometers far away from us, and they were collecting their own water in there, in the water cistern. Then they moved their own water by using clay pipes. The clay which were made from terracotta. Before clay pipes, what they used lead pipes. And they figured out that poisoned many of them. Then they changed to clay pipes. They had two different kinds of clay pipes, male and female, to lock them together, to keep them together. And they had very special cement, which was made from lime, olive oil, egg white, and plus trees resin, gums. And before sending the water through the clay pipes, they sent ash and sand. You know why? To seal up any hole. To stop leaks. They were not smart people. They were crazy smart people.
There's still some in thingy.
It's not edible because this one is male one. Just female one edible. They make jam out of them, marmalade.
Yeah, this nice.
You see, colonnaded place used to be stoa. Have you heard about stoa? You know stoa? Stoaism?
It's too hard, no.
Yeah. So maybe you heard about Xenon from Cyprus. He was the founder of Stoicism. So Stoa means covered walking way.
Oh, okay.
Protect themselves from sunlight and rain. Later on, it was converted into basilica, which they used as a courthouse before Christianity became official religion. After Christianity became official religion, they started to use it as a place of worship with the apse in the east. On the right side, you see kind of small theater.
This is the
Theater, which dates back to 2nd century after Christ. This theater had double functions. They used as the auditorium,
Yeah.
Odeon,
Audio.
as a kind of concert
Concert.
hall,
Yeah.
and as a auditorium, as a kind of council chamber. Just a number of aristocrats were gathered in there to make a decision. It used to be kind of house of Senate, Parliament house, and it had a roof on it. How do I know this? Because there is no drain system in the center of orchestra. So this is the best evidence that it had a roof on it, but it did not survive because their own wood of the theater was made out of the wooden roof there. That's why it did not survive. And on the right side, on the left side, you see extant entrances, which we call vomitarium. It means place of vomiting as well.
Oh,
When Romans came, it is believed that they added there on each theater, each vomitarium, place of vomiting, to have people to eat
And then vomit.
and then vomit with the help of goose feather. You know goose? Goose.
yeah.
And it is called just theater. Do you know why? Because it is with half circle. If it is circle, we call just, if it is half circle, we call just theater. If it is full circle, we call amphitheater.
Amphitheater.
Or which is same with the amphitheater Colosseum like one in Rome.
And also in the Hierapolis,
It's,
there's
no amphitheater.
Theater. Amphitheater is round one.
Have you been to Hierapolis with a guide or without?
Yeah, with the guy.
With a guide. His name was Serta?
or
Alper?
he could read ancient Roman. So
Not ancient Greek, ancient Roman.
yeah, ancient.
He must be fake guy. Just check. On the right side, you see remains of temple of, the aroma. People used to go there to sacrifice animals and to worship.
Oh, in the top one.
Sorry?
In the top one.
No. On the left side.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
With 3 pillars.
Ah, yeah.
And in those they had 4 styles of pillars. First one was Doric style, second one was Ionic, third one was Corinthian, and last one is combination of. This was the harbor located. Sea came up to there 2,300 years ago, but now the sea is about 7 or 8 kilometers far from us. Let the gentleman have your picture in the great spot. That's the great spot of the city. The Egyptian goddess.
Oh, Egyptian.
Isis, yeah. Ramesses.
Oh,
Ramesses.
Ramesses.
Serapis.
Yeah.
On the right side, you see kind of town hall, city hall. In addition to public functions, it housed many important dinners, receptions, and once upon a time, they had a non-stop fire in there, like Olympic fire you can imagine.
Okay.
They had to keep fire burning all the time, because if there was not fire in the city, in the city, something terrible happened. They had earthquakes, they had war, and people used to get
This
their
our
fire from that place to their
Private
houses.
tour guide. We are only 3.
6
Underping 250 euro.
Took you 5
Pounds.
months of the time to make setup. And every year they or number were changed suddenly because some of them couldn't stay as a virgin. And every year they were taken to the cave to be checked to be, if they were virgin or not. They were not. They buried them alive or they vanished. And now you will see spectacular view of city.
In the city. Oh,
The Efeso is big. Sini, big city.
The big city is not as small as you think. What we have seen so far is nothing.
Yeah,
I thought it's a small one.
yeah. It's a big city.
Look, what you see all buried by that level of soil. That place used to be tobacco field, cotton field. You see the trees there? Tobacco field. He came to Anatolia for many times. That's why in any ancient sites of Anatolia, you may see gate or temple which were dedicated to him, but with his style. We call Hadrian style. Flat. Arch,
Yeah,
flat.
arch.
In the middle of arch, you see bust of Turky. She was goddess of good luck. Roman name as Fortuna, fortune. Right behind you see another figure of beautiful lady.
Yeah.
Whenever I see this, I remember Starbucks sign.
Oh yeah.
But she
But
was
this
not.
is a.
She was not. She was goddess of. She was goddess of nature, flora.
But this one, the
Some of my
Starbucks
colleagues
is.
call this a kind of Medusa, but she's not Medusa.
Not
Medusa is
Medusa.
beheaded.
Yeah.
On the right side, you see ladies back to back. Those are the Amazons. Because the first people of that region believed that the first Ephesus was established by the Amazons. You see ladies back to back, those are the Amazons. Right behind the Amazons, Dionysus. He was god of wine, entertainment, harvest. And on the each base, they had each statue of emperor. And you see the nouns and pronouns, the main room and second room. In the main room, they keep the statue of Hadrian to have people to come and worship. Because if you build a temple in honor of your own emperor, it means you accept him as a kind of your own god. And you see X,
Eggs.
carving
Yeah.
of X, which means fertility, fertile, eternity, infinity. And you see sign of river Mandarin. You know Mandarin? Like between 6 and, fertility, fertile. And you do know very well Mandros, god of river.
River.
Yeah. And what else? On left side you see another ladies back to back. Those are the Amazons. Right behind the Amazons,
Yeah,
Hercules,
Amazon.
Hercules, and Nike. You know, carving of Nike and Hercules. You see. And right behind they own, another god and goddesses. You see. Most of piece of this know very well. Jesus was known as the fisher of man. That's why you see fish on the back of cars.
What is the?
And What else?
You know the Turkish eye. What does that mean?
evil eye.
Evil eye. The one I
It
saw.
kind of protects from bad eyes. Who looks,
I
it
see.
protects you. I tell all my guests, if you have, evil eye on your body, it means you don't need life insurance. It comes from Medusa. I tell you something. This is different from evil eye. So fish, as we do know very well, Jesus was known as a fisher of men.
Yes.
That's why you see fish on the
Fisherman.
back of cars. So it means they are more religious Christians. For example, thousands of people pagans, just two of us Christians. We don't know. We know each other, but we don't know. If we are Christian, if you are Christian or not, or we don't know if I'm a Christian or not. So to learn you, if you are Christian or not, what I should do, what I'm doing. We are walking, we are talking, and at the end, what I'm doing, I make like this. If you are Christian, what you are going to do? Fish. That's
Because
why
nowadays,
fish was main symbol of the Christianity or the Christians.
you are wearing crucifix. Christian, isn't it?
You may see this combination in Turkey just here. This combination. There is a gentleman who make kind of necklace of
Yeah.
this.
And then, oh,
That's why I tell my guests to support the gentleman.
I will buy that necklace now.
This
Really?
is okay.
Yeah.
This is jasmine tea for lose weight. This one you smelling for one time, maybe 1 kilo go down. Yes. You want smell?
smell?
Yes. Now is your 1 kilo is gone.
Yeah, it's gone. 1 kilo gone. Yeah.
Special tea. Jasmine.
This is the one Tita Au using.
Yes.
That's why Tita Au.
Wala na tayong ano. We don't have any more luggages. We are full of luggages now. Now we are over budget.
Don't worry, we can do vacuum seal. When you vacuum seal, this is very small one.
Ah, okay. How much that just missing?
This 100 gram, 60 lira.
Okay.
Yes.
Tama na yun. Anyway, so it's fine.
Maybe next time.
Next time,
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do, I'm going not to bring
Love tea.
Sena tea, pangkatain.
Wow. We are going to cross there. We are going to dinner cross at Istanbul.